match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship! Introducing first, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
This match tonight is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Solutions to buy, sell, finance, and save. Learn more only with Rocket.com. Corey, can you believe that it has been 13 years since Drew McIntyre has held the Intercontinental Championship?
That is truly hard to believe, but McIntyre in the 13 years since has only gotten bigger, only gotten badder, only gotten better.
The Intercontinental Championship, a long history at SummerSlam. The Ultimate Warrior, ending the Honky Tonk Man's record streak back in 1988. Bulldog beating Bret Hart in '92. Stone Cold with his first Intercontinental Championship win in '97. And here tonight, McIntyre looks to win the title and end the near record reign of Gunther in 2023.
Can you feel it, Cole? You can just feel the atmosphere here in Ford Field. We are about to witness two heavy hitters tearing things down in Motown.
Ladies and gentlemen, I demand all your gratitude for your Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion.
He is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of the 21st century, and Corey, he's just 32 days away from overtaking the Honky Tonk Man as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time.
I say records are made to be broken, and trust me, Gunther is truly a special athlete. But Drew McIntyre would love nothing more than to play spoiler for Gunther's championship reign tonight in Detroit. Feeling this is going to be heavy hitting. This is going to be ugly. It's going to look more like RoboCop versus Ed 209 here in Detroit than a WWE match.
Both of these superstars have made their names battling throughout the entire planet. But for the first time ever in any promotion, Corey, Gunther and Drew McIntyre will meet one-on-one here tonight.
Almost hard to believe, with all that both of these men have accomplished, that this is the first time ever one-on-one matchup, the Intercontinental Championship at stake. Get ready for greatness.
These two men battled along with Sheamus at WrestleMania in a triple threat match in which Gunther survived. Gunther has been just unbelievable since bursting on the scene here in the main roster. He has not been pinned. He's been undefeated in singles matches since making his main roster debut in the spring of last year. Will McIntyre end that tonight?
Curious to see if McIntyre will be able to learn from past mistakes, from his lone experience at WrestleMania with Gunther in a different environment. or if Gunther can thwart yet another challenge to his coveted Intercontinental Championship.
This will not be for the weak of heart, to say the least. A physical battle expected between Gunther and McIntyre here tonight.
Two gargantuans sizing one another up before making any sudden movements.
Why has Gunther been so successful?
Because Gunther practices what he preaches. When Imperium talk about the mat being viewed as sacred, that is how they live their lives. Gunther exists on this planet Earth to prove that he is the greatest sports entertainer to ever grace a ring. And McIntyre has a healthy respect for what Gunther is capable of and what Gunther's accomplished. But Drew is not finished making history in his own right yet.
A traditional collar and elbow tie-up start this match, followed by a headlock and a shoulder tackle by McIntyre drops the champion.
And we've seen over the past several weeks on Monday Night Raw a few more emotions out of the ring general that we don't ordinarily see sort of drawn out by the Scottish Warrior. McIntyre has brought something out of Gunther. Gunther has yet to show the world. Curious to see if we'll see more of that tonight in this one.
McIntyre, a two-time world champion, former Intercontinental champion as well, won the Royal Rumble. Gunther with one of the most amazing performances of all time in this past year's Royal Rumble, where he lasted 1 hour, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, a record in a traditional Royal Rumble match, only to lose to Cody Rhodes. He started #1 that night.
Incredible feat in its own right. And Kevin and Patrick and I discussed on After the Bell, our podcast this week, that in my opinion, the only slight edge that Gunther may have, physically speaking, is that Gunther has been competing regularly since WrestleMania. Oh! McIntyre took a bit of a hiatus. I'm curious to see if McIntyre is as sharp as the ring general is tonight.
The back suplex drops Gunther, and now McIntyre takes the fight outside the ring, drills Gunther off the barricade. But again, McIntyre has to get Gunther in the ring. It's champion's advantage tonight. McIntyre's got to pin or submit the champion to win the gold.
At this point, McIntyre truly is a pro's pro. Drew knows the rules, how to bend them, how not to get caught, and
well, Gunther does as well.
Absolutely. Oh, man!
Oh, Glasgow kiss by McIntyre.
If that wasn't a warning shot for the Intercontinental Champion, I don't know what will be.
Gunther trying to catch a breather, and McIntyre, as we take another look, bang! A wicked headbutt by Drew.
Right on the jaw of Gunther.
And now McIntyre driven into the post. What do you think the formula is to beat Gunther? Nobody's been able to find it.
I don't know if there is a formula to defeat Gunther. At this point in his career, the ring general just keeps improving, growing more and more dominant.
McIntyre dropped on his
And that's what makes Gunther so special. There are no holes in his game, at least not at surface level. I know McIntyre has done his research. I know McIntyre has a strategy for tonight. But Gunther is going to come at you full force all the time, and Gunther doesn't make mistakes.
back issues obviously do not bode well for you if you're in a match with Gunther. What is Gunther's finishing maneuver most of the time? The power bomb.
Gunther is such a versatile competitor with so many tools at his disposal. We've seen him utilize the Last Symphony. We've seen Gunther force submissions with Boston Crabs, top rope splashes. Gunther is arguably one of, if not the most complete superstars in the game today.
Well, to your point earlier, he lives and breathes the business. Oh, and a chop just drops McIntyre. And when is the last time you saw a chop drop Drew McIntyre?
I don't know that I've ever seen anyone in this business throw a chop quite like Gunther. Gunther doesn't throw chops. Gunther swings battle axes. Just ask McIntyre.
Now Gunther continues to punish McIntyre. $59,194 WWE fans jam-packed in a Ford Field tonight for SummerSlam. That double underhook suplex by Gunther. Cover now and a kick by McIntyre.
Pay attention to how deliberate Gunther is in each one of his movements. There's no wasted movement, no wasted motion, and above all, no wasted time. Gunther is perpetually strategizing, thinking about his next move.
There's a reason that many have compared Gunther and the way he operates in the ring to Brock Lesnar, who we saw earlier tonight.
Not an unfair comparison, but definitely a different style competitor. Where Brock is purely smash mouth. Nothing pretty. You're not going to get any finesse out of a Brock Lesnar. Gunther doesn't care much for finesse, but man, Gunther has so many layers to his game.
McIntyre angered by those last couple of clotheslines.
McIntyre himself has had quite a few encounters with the beast, Brock Lesnar. Maybe Drew can draw on that past experience.
And now the big blows by both these superstars.
To Goliath, trading clotheslines mid-ring. Oh, that sounded like a chop. Oh,
you
dear.
can hear and feel every chop here at ringside. And the release German by Gunther. McIntyre with a clothesline of his own.
The adrenaline flowing through the body of the Scottish Warrior. Look at the intensity etched on the face of McIntyre as we look back. The German suplex seemed to just incite the fire-breathing dragon that is Drew McIntyre.
Corey, we're just feet away from these men, and you can feel every single impact.
I'm not entirely sure that wasn't some of Gunther's sweat that just landed on our table.
It very well could be. Capacity crowded in tonight in Detroit, but what's been an unbelievable SummerSlam so far. Intercontinental Championship now between Gunther and McIntyre. And Drew delivering chops, backing the champion up to the corner. And for the first time, for the first time in the matchup, McIntyre gaining the upper hand, but just like that, Gunther turned things around, at least momentarily, and now McIntyre with a belly-to-belly throw. Gunther back to his feet quickly, McIntyre will drive him back into the corner. And another throw by McIntyre, and suddenly Drew is picking up the pace.
This is unfamiliar territory for Gunther, not used to being manhandled by anybody.
It looked like Drew was going for the future shock there, and Gunther able to slip out of it. Now a neck breaker by McIntyre.
Drew ripping down the Intercontinental Champion. Both men are down.
And a vintage kip up by McIntyre. And Drew measuring the champion. This could be his moment.
It only takes one.
McIntyre went for the Claymore. Gunther ducked out of harm's way. And now Gunther with that drop kick driving McIntyre to the corner.
Tyrannosaurus drop kick by the ring general. Here comes the powerbomb.
McIntyre hooks Gunther.
Oh no!
There goes Gunther. And now the future shock DDT. McIntyre for the win, for the Intercontinental title, and a kick out at 2.
What an exchange of offense from both competitors. Think of the humiliation Gunther would feel had he been defeated. Utilizing first his own powerbomb and then boom, the future shock DDT. But the champion saying not yet.
And McIntyre with a look of disbelief in his eyes that Gunther was able to kick out.
Gunther now in all types of danger.
And McIntyre now setting up for the Claymore. Gunther wisely rolls out of the ring.
And here's where champion's advantage comes into play. Gunther is perfectly, oh no, wait a second.
McIntyre flies!
Drew landed on his feet. At 6'5", I don't think that's legal. Ridiculous athleticism from the Scottish Warrior.
And now McIntyre feels like it may be his moment. Oh, and the Claymore intercepted again by Gunther in the drop kick. And now Gunther with McIntyre up into the powerbomb. Gonna stack him up, hook the leg, McIntyre kicks.
That has to be disheartening for the Intercontinental Champion. But again, remember what I said about no wasted movement or motion from the champion. Gunther making the climb to the very top rope.
Gunther who comes off the rope with a splash, connecting, win time for Gunther. McIntyre survives again.
Take a look at this. Gunther launching himself from the top, connecting flush with the body press.
Earlier you called him a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That was a pterodactyl.
called Gunther a Tyrannosaurus. I imagine that's what being drop kicked by a Tyrannosaurus would feel like.
I got it.
I'll be honest with you, Cole. I know I'm excited to move to SmackDown, but I will miss every second of these two competitors in ring on Monday Night Raw. You are about to be blessed with greatness.
Gunther trying to figure out what he needs to do now to put McIntyre away. As physical match as you'll ever see. Gunther and McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship.
Come on, Drew!
Gunther now mocking McIntyre, trying to slap a little respect into the Scottish Warrior.
Got that chop this time intercepted by Drew. Gunther trying to beg off. McIntyre with a chop of his own. Heart-stopping chops. Welts rising up on the chests of both men.
A war of attrition.
I mean, one of those chops would knock me into the front row.
You and me both, and McIntyre gaining the upper hand.
Maybe not. Gunther fighting back now. McIntyre, Claymore!
Oh no!
McIntyre to win the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther kicks out.
Gunther's reign continues for the moment. And a look of disbelief in the eyes of McIntyre, who, boom! Claymore right on the money. Drew was ready to celebrate, but the ring general not ready to relinquish his gold yet.
And I echo the feelings of the WWE Universe. This is indeed awesome. McIntyre and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam.
59,000 plus packed into here in Ford Field, and everyone's eyes locked on the center of the ring, watching this masterpiece unfold.
Can McIntyre end the near record-setting reign of Intercontinental Champion Gunther here tonight? Oh! Another chop by McIntyre.
Oh no. McIntyre must be feeling desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but this could put an end to both superstars. What the heck is Drew thinking?
Well, Gunther trying to stay alive as well on a chop of his own. Both men perked up high above the ring.
Oh man.
Now McIntyre's gonna go up top. Oh no! Critical move by Gunther. Splash! And Gunther, realizing the splash didn't put McIntyre away the first time, wants to deliver more punishment. Powerbomb, stacks up McIntyre. Gunther survives.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, the Ring General, Gunther!
Corey, it's just this innate ability of Gunther to be able to adjust in the ring. He realized the first time he delivered a splash, it didn't work. He does it a second time, then what does he do? He does a power bomb to put him away.